Glenn Julian is an experienced biker. He's got the right kit, he's got the right bike, and he's fit to ride. Glenn has already made his daily checks, and he knows his machine is in top condition. He's ready to give his bike the skills it deserves. Glenn is about to take us on a great ride.
Coming into the left-hand bend, just positioning towards the near side so I can take a view around it. You can see the left-hand bend now.
We'll experience motorway riding.
Looking at the sign on the left-hand side, you can see the tourist sign on the left-hand side.
We'll travel through a tricky built-up area.
The bus being a bit cautious as we go through.
And we'll ride out across some wide-open countryside.
It's starting to accelerate away now.
There are dangers along the way.
Watching the pedestrian with the dog. Got a warning sign for hedge cutting.
But if you know how to read the road, it'll tell you everything you need to know. Our journey's about to start. Let's look at it through Glenn's eyes.
Just accelerated through on the slip road, using the signal to join us, other vehicles will need it. Joined in lane 1, lane 2 traffic, lane 3 clear. And the sign on the left hand side tells me this lane's going to become a slip road, so I need to be thinking about moving into lane 2. Just going to keep an eye on this blue car in my right mirror, a little check and I'll drift across nicely. You can see the white lines changing, look, they're getting tighter, dots getting a lot tighter. Now becomes a slip road with that road on my left hand side. Vehicle spaced out in lane 1, I'm going to overtake, no need for a signal, just a nice little check. Moving out into lane 2 and I can see the vehicles in lane 1. Make sure he's not going to move out on me, checking his mirror and his shoulder position, his hands on the steering wheel, and we're through. And looking at the half-mile junction sign on the left-hand side, I can see the tourist sign on the left further down. Might tell us there'll be a bit more heavy traffic in the area, and they'll be changing lanes as well. Looking at the bridge for anybody throwing stuff down on us as we go through the area. Junction sign on the left-hand side shows my exit 2/3 of a mile down. Okay, traffic in lane 2 is forward fairly positive, so we'll probably make the next 2 vehicles before the junction. Got space to move in if it doesn't work out. Black vehicle's probably going to take the junction that I am because he's trying to make as much progress. It looks like he's trying to build himself a gap too. Got the 3 marker dropping into position. Can see the 3, 2, 1 marker, can see my exit. Just keeping an eye open in lane 2 at the moment for anybody leaving their exit late. I'm going to exit and avoiding the bits with a cat's eye in, just to keep the bike as stable as possible. And I can see the warning sign on the left, so I'm going to stretch my neck and make sure there's no queues on the slip road as we go down. We can see 30 signs on the approach, restricted area. Just keeping a distance as we feed towards the roundabout and taking a view across to the right hand side. Limited view as we come up and through. Nice and clear, going to feed out. Looking across the roundabout to my exit, I can see roadworks on the near side. I'm going to make sure there's no one coming down the right hand side of me as we exit. As we come through the exit, looking further down the road. Slow moving through, got kids on the left hand side, probably going to school or university. Warning sign on the left hand side, Gids Junction just over the brow of the hill. Watching for any pedestrians on the near side or offside, stepping out. See the vehicles on the left hand side, looking at the second one, going to allow this first one out, just giving him a slowing down sign. Vehicle ahead's turning right across my path, just keeping an eye on him, he's allowing that vehicle away. Van's taking the gap behind the truck, he's just squeezing his way out, allowing it, watching the pedestrian with the dog, keeping the speed slow because there's lots of hazards in this area we need to consider. Looking at moving out to a safe distance and progressing down the road. Looking at the junction warning sign on the left hand side, we can see the blue vehicle just trying to exit from it, and the bus
Makes the area very narrow that we're going through, being a bit cautious as we go through. Looking at the school crossing sign on the left-hand side.
You can see the driver on the left-hand side. He's crossing over out my way. I'm not moving across this white line yet because of the junction on the right-hand side. You can see brake lights further down, watching the red vehicle. And you can see the green lights further down, with the vehicle coming towards me. Got to move in gently and sacrifice my position. Again, got a junction on the right hand side but no visibility of it at the moment. Looks nice and safe and clear. One pedestrian going to step out from the right hand side. Going to use my horn warning. You can see the vehicle on the right hand side setting off in my path. Looking into the shop windows for the reflection to try and see into the junction, and just staying slightly to the near side to give vehicles space, anybody turning across my path. Okay, looking at the warning sign on the left hand side, can see the indicator on the car, just slowing down a little bit and sacrificing my position. He obviously didn't see me there because of his driving position. Just staying over to the near side at the moment to allow for any vehicles coming wide around the corner. Looks nice and safe. There we are, got a view, so we'll just tip it in now.
Using the best part of the road for stability. Looking at the direction sign to tell me where the road's going to. And we're watching the junction on the right hand side where the bollards are.
Just approaching round the left-hand bend, using the cleanest part of the road if we can, watching the oncoming traffic. And I can see the headlights coming up to my rear, just dropping back in from my parked vehicle at the moment. I can see a gap in the oncoming traffic. If the biker's going to come past, this is where he's going to do it, so I'm keeping an eye in the mirror at this point. He's coming through, you can see him using the signal there.
Just giving him a wave so he knows I've seen him. Here he comes. Oh, GT Trader's nice. And keeping an eye on the transit van on the left hand side, slow on the road, and we're going to turn left at the roundabout. I can see Diesel taking a tight line there to avoid it, and watching out for any trucks around the corner that might have laid it down. We can see national limit signs, and we're going to accelerate away. Here we go. Just looking at the horse book on the road at the moment as we come round the left-hand bend. We've got a warning sign left-hand side for left-hand bend, right-hand bend, and we're looking at the red marks on the road further down. Tells us might have been problems here. Sacrificing for the red car, just bringing it into a comfortable position so we can see around the left-hand bend. And the commencement of solid whites there. We can see different coloured chevron signs. Someone may have left the road here, so a bit cautious as we come round the corner. Okay, I can see fluorescent jackets through the trees. We've got two horses there. We can see the white lines go to solid further down. The highway code says I can cross that solid white line if it's safe, and I meet a horse, pedal cycle or road maintenance vehicle doing less than 10 miles an hour. Just taking a position out and bring the bike speed right the way down. This position allows me to see right the way around the corner. I'm going to give the horse a little wave and just drop back in gently. Okay, just accelerating away, not aggressively, because it'll scare the horses.
Okay, taking a cross view, can see a fast moving vehicle on the left hand side over the hedge. I'm going to meet him very soon. As we come up to the right hand bend, just positioning towards the near side so I can take a view around it. And I can see the left hand bend now, and just positioning, trying to watch the vehicle as we come up to it, see what it is. Okay, coming into the left hand bend, keeping a nice neutral position as we watch the bike coming towards us, allowing the bike to drift out wide towards the white line to see around the left hander. Positioning to the left to see around the right hand bend, and can see a farmhouse at 12 o'clock at the moment, looking at the warning sign that tells us where the road's going. Taking this near side position so I can see round the right hand bend to the bottom. Moving across towards the white line.
Okay, looking up at the road, you can see the arrows on the right hand side give me a solid white line further down. We've got the warning sign tells us where the entrance is, and slow on the road as well. It's a blind crest here, so I've got to be a little bit careful. And that's exactly why. And we're accelerating away. I can see the hedgerows on the left hand side have just been cut here, so looking across, see what we can see. You can see the amber light on the hedge cutting vehicle, and try to take a cross view through the hedges on the right hand side to see what's coming around the bend. Just dropping down a couple of gears, looks good. Going for the overtake and drop back to the safe side of the road and progressing round the right hand bend.
You can see the crest of the hill with a warning sign on it. Solid white lines, 2 rows of hedges. Warning sign is right hand bend, left hand bend. Looks like I might be on with an overtake. The gap's limited. 11 o'clock, can see a horse trailer coming up, sacrificing the overtake. Not interested in taking it yet. So 3 vehicles going down gradient at the moment. No gap between them.
I can see somebody in the right mirror at the moment just coming through. It means I can't take the overtake. He's passed the first vehicle and he's left the overtake a little late here. You see them braking and he's trusting his grip levels as he tips in. Hope there's nothing slippy. Okay, still looking for a chance to overtake at the moment. And this is straight just after the junction on the left hand side by the look of it. This looks like my chance to overtake here. And out accelerating the car, where we go. And these marker posts on the left are put there to lead my eye round the bend. Taking a cross view over the left hand hedges, I can see a white van there. Just taking a bit out of the speed just in case he doesn't see me. Ready to move across if we need to, giving him a bit of space and position so we can see round the left hand bend. Got water on the road, being careful with the throttle and avoiding the drain at the bottom if we can. And we can see the warning sign for the left hand bend. You can see the second warning sign for the farm vehicles. Sign on the right hand side gives me the entrance to the caravan park. They're expecting slow moving vehicles or stationary. Just bringing the bike speed down now, letting them turn out the way. Keeping an eye in the mirror for anybody coming around that blind bend fast. Taking an near side position so I can see on the little straight. Might be on with an overtake here. Keeping the gap from the car, quite happy, little check and away we go, powering through.
You can see the warning sign on the left hand side, just positioning for the right hand bend, taking a near side position, being a little careful as we go around the bend. You can see farm entrances into the fields on the left and right hand side, and we have Dragon's Teeth on the road. I've obviously had problems with overtaking on this straight, so I'll keep an eye open.
If you know how to read it, a great road can give you a great ride. But do you have the skills? Are you really as good as you can be?